what's happened, everybody? And welcome to S.M.A.R.T Podcast. That's right, you guys. It's super mega awesome radio talk. I'm actually accompanied with one of my good buddies, you guys. We are using Zoom for the very first time. Very huge headache, but we managed. You got my good buddy right here, the collector from Team Forbidden. He's in the
Hey,
house.
guys. That's good.
How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
This will be our first actual Zoom podcast we're going to be running here on S.M.A.R.T. And normally you guys ended up seeing just audio. But I decided to go ahead and try out my first try with my buddy here from the Team Forbidden. So why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself to everybody?
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Andrew Kasparian. I am the lead member of Team Forbiddens. We are a group that run a YouTube channel where we focus on Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Yu-Gi-Oh duels and Yu-Gi-Oh news. And yeah, that's about it basically. I'm here with Brian because we're going to be doing a prediction for the next upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh Banlist. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, you guys. So we're going to be doing that upcoming Banlist prediction. Hopefully it all works itself out. I'm actually accompanied with the Team Forbidden. You guys probably would see me on there as the Darkness. So we'll go ahead and give it a try. See what our predictions can come out with. So if you want to lead us off, you're more than welcome to, sir.
All right. Well, I guess as tradition dictates, we should start out with the band cards. Yes.
Yes.
So for me, for my first prediction is probably the biggest elephant in the room, and that would probably have to be Jet Synchron. I think that Jet Synchron is going to be banned. I don't necessarily think it should be because there are other cards in the mix that should be, like the Auroradon, because it's, as our friend Scott says, it's a token generator. And if history has taught us anything, is that Konami should not be making token generators because they cause obligatory combos in the past. But I don't think that they're going to hit Auroradon. I think that they are going to hit Jet Synchron because it is, I guess you could say technically a one-card combo to get into Needle Fiber, even though that it does require you to pitch a card in your hand. But it is, to say, the start of the combo. And yes, a lot of people are saying that Orion should get hit instead of it, but the biggest difference is that Jet Synchron is a level 1, which you can normal summon it, go into Link Revo, pitch to summon out Jet Synchron, and get into Needle Fiber from there. Orion, you can't do that because it's a level 2. Yes, you can get out from the deck with Needle Fiber or Halka Fibrix, and yep, that's it right there.
You guys, but I'll go ahead and put I'll space this thing out and then put a break in between so you guys can see each card that we're talking about.
Yeah. So, like I said, I don't think Jet Synchron is the thing that they should hit because it wasn't a problem before, but I think it is the card that they will hit. Biggest difference between will and should, in my opinion.
Pretty much. Yeah, I agree with that completely there with the Jet Synchron. I mean, I just caught it, but if it is actually going to just be as much as a hazard as they say it is, you might as well go along with it.
Yeah.
Another one that they're thinking about there for on ban-wise is they're also thinking about hitting towards Eldritch, or at least some means of the Eldritch support.
Oh, I see. I don't think that they would necessarily, if they were going to hit something in Eldritch, I think they wouldn't hit the Golden Lord, because if you hit the Golden Lord, then the deck is literally unplayable because it centers around Golden Lord. But if they were to hit a card, I think they would hit the trap card Sanguine, because it's a trap card that special summons it directly from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hit that, it really hits the consistency while also keeping the deck at a moderately playable level. and still keeping it in with a good engine with Hakuero and Conquistador. Name lost me for a minute. Plus, it also has a quick play spell, which special summons Golden Lord or Zombie if you have a Golden Lord out already, in the form of White Destiny, where you can get out from your hand or graveyard, which I think is a lot more fair. But I guess you could say Sanguine is fair because you have to set it first, and then wait next turn to special summon it from the deck. But it's a trap-focused deck almost, so take that with as what you will.
If by some chance though that they do end up hitting the Eldritch, I mean, you are pretty much shutting down the engine of a deck and basically shut down the whole deck. But hey, Sky Strikers, how's that engage working out for you?
Yeah, our friend Scott basically compared it to the modern day Sky Striker because it's a one monster archetype with the rest of the support being either spells or traps, mostly focused on the trap side. But I kind of disagree with that a little bit because yes, while Eldritch is really consistent with its spells being able to banish and reset them directly from the graveyard, it's not like the days when Engage was unlimited, because then you had unlimited searching, which in its own right can be even more dangerous. Right. So when they're at full power, I'd much rather face Eldritch than I would with Sky Striker.
No, I agree with that completely. See, what other cards could be pretty much hit onto the list? At least banned. Oh, you know what? Block Dragon. There we go.
Block Dragon. Yeah, it's the heart and soul of the Adamancipator combos because it's a unlimited summons and it's a once per turn search of a level 4 and 2 of their best tuners. Plus, it provides protection for them.
Yeah, it does. And I believe all you say it was the Emancipators. Are they all rock types?
Yeah, they're all the Adamancipators are rock.
So his last effect, you could add up to 3 rock types from the deck to your hand, whose levels equal to 8.
Yeah.
And you only do it once per turn, but like you care. You're basically you're gathering up all your resources to set off a combo. And I don't believe people can respond to it. I mean, it doesn't specify whether they can specifically respond to it or not. But just alone is ridiculous.
Yeah, but they could always call by the Graveit if they activate in the graveyard, or they could even ash it. But that's to see if you activate those cards before, because they usually activate it during the end of the more towards the end of their combos to replenish their hand and just do it all again the next turn.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, but yeah, no, I could definitely see the Block Dragon as we get hit. Would be one good card onto that. What's your thought about Babel? I know they haven't hit it for the past 2 ban lists, but they should have at least.
I mean, orchestrated Babel?
Or do you think it was kind of
The orchestrated Babel?
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do anything to Orcus this time because Orcus they're not really doing anything. At least not with, Adamancipator and Eldritch and the Invokes running around. I mean, when Harp Horror got hit, the decks kind of had been at a small trickle downward. And, I mean, who knows? By the time that the new Orcus Mech card comes out in real life and we're back in the card shops, they may be everywhere again. I'm not entirely sure. But I think for now, Babel's fine where it is because Orcus really aren't doing anything.
I think that, I mean, unless you have any other on your wish list to get banned, like straight outright, whether you have a personal vendetta against it or you try to just,
I have one that comes to mind. One that I think should be banned is Moomin Glacier, the Elemental Lord. Because it's a little iffy right now because waters aren't really doing anything, but with the right combo, water decks can potentially rip out 3 of your, or even 4 of your opponent's hand the starting turn, because Moomin Glacier gets rid of 2 cards. They have the new Mermail that snipes a card from your hand, so that would be 3, most likely your Ash Blossom or Effect Veiler. and they even have Trishula, which can get rid of the 4th. So it works really well with the deck. It's really synergetic. It's a level 9. Wait, is it level 9? No, it's level 10. Level 8. Scratch that. But it's really good synergy because it's a water type too, and the whole deck is basically made of water.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we kind of broke it down a little bit. I mean, unless there's any other kind of cards that should be.
As
Yeah.
far as banned worthy, not so much banned on my end.
Yeah, not so much, really. No, I think that's pretty much good. We can
Yeah.
get into limited now. We figure out how well that's gonna go. Now,
Yeah.
let's see. One for me on towards the limited list. Would love to see. Would be to come back. Would be Cyberjar. This
So
card got banned. Oh God, when was it banned? Like 2007, I think it was.
yeah, like 2007, I think, is when I got banned.
Basically, we would shoot out, or you got set up with the morphing jars, the empty jar, FTK. You'd also have it for SANGUINE build up, and it was just so ridiculous. The destruction on towards the field, and then you special summon out, and you basically restarting the whole field.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. But if they give it an errata, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure how you could give it so much towards it. Errata, I guess you give it.
It's one of those one where it's really tricky to give a errata.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times the best erratas would be once per turn things, but you can't really once per turn something like that.
No, that would have to be a once per duel.
Yeah.
But then even then, it kind of kills the card. You got to really be careful with it.
Yeah. For me, one thing that I would like to see off of being banned is Max C.
Yes, Max C.
I know a lot of people might hate me for saying this, but with the amount of degenerate combos that exist nowadays, we really need that card back, because if your opponent is allowed to combo off extremely, you should be allowed to gain some kind of advantage in the form of either halting their turn a bit or gaining hand advantage.
Oh,
And if Maxi came back, then Moomin Glacier, you wouldn't have to worry about that, because even if they get rid of 2 cards, you could just replenish their hand if they keep summoning, so it won't even matter.
yeah, I hear that. I'm wondering which one should actually just be hit right immediately into one that just is outrageously too good at being at 3 or even 2 for that matter. And it should just, I don't know.
I think we covered it for the band section.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know. The band section, or even anything to be limited down to 1. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Actually, back onto the forbidden part, they're also talking about the Buster Sword. Forgot about that. People are really talking about the Buster Sword to get limited, to just get kicked off.
Buster Sword? Yeah. I mean, I would feel bad for Eric. He's one of the members on our team Forbidden, because he plays Buster players. I feel bad for him if that guy hits, but it locks you out of the extra deck, and with Union Carrier, it would make that a lot more difficult. But honestly, since we're on that topic, I think they should just ban Union Carrier, because it gives you access to not only Buster Sword, but also gives you access to that infinite Apex Avion loop by putting it onto Thunderbird.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go that route, then you should just ban Union Carrier. But Union Carrier is still pretty new, so I don't think they'll ban it. Just like I know they won't ban Hauka Fibrix.
Oh yeah, no. AKA Needle Fiber. It really should have been just called Needle Fiber.
Well, It was never officially called needle fiber. We just started calling it needle fiber.
Give the people what they want.
That's true.
uh, well, if anybody else wants to go ahead and feel free to give any input, you guys can do it down below. You can comment if you guys have any other ideas for things we might have leave out here. But I guess we go right into semi-limited. Please, everybody wants Pantheisim to come back at 2. And I am 100% in support of this. I know Scott the Fanatic, Setosama the Fanatic, he would not enjoy with me saying this, but that's okay. I don't care. He would rather have Stormforce be banned completely if you want to end up having Pantheisim back at 3, or at least 2 for that matter. I don't care. Monarchs are awesome. And in that note, Pantheism should come back at 2. You basically recycle out for your cards, and you hit it into the grave, you banish it out from the grave, and you can get 3, and then draw 2. One more because you want all the love.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing that I think should come back to 2 at least is what was it called? The True Draco Dynamite Knight.
Oh, the
what was it called? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah, because True Dracos aren't they're gone basically. I mean, they pretty much fell off the face of the earth when Demise went to 1 and Diagram went to 1. So if they're not really doing anything, then Dynamite, the True Draco card, Dynamite Knight should come back.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, True Dracos are kind of doing a little bit of a thing. If you kind of hybrid it a little bit with other decks, then it could kind of work. But I mean, I know it's not the same.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not the same at all. But even with the hybrids, it still probably wouldn't do much because they needed that searcher in the card Demise. Those were their main. Those were like the center points of their strategy.
Mm-hmm. See another one to come back at 2, or limit it down to 2.
Probably Hero Lives might be a good one.
Yeah. Or Mass Change. Sorry, Scott. He does not like me talking about his hero stuff. Oh, or you know what? Even what's that one? Well, actually, anything of the hero genre should just honestly be dropped down, because I mean, even they put down Malicious at 2 again, didn't they?
I believe so.
On the last ban.
Yeah, Malicious is at 2.
All you need is 2. 3 is just overkill. You're just helping it. You're giving them more options to throw in different cards.
One card that I think should also come down to 2 is Graph of the Burning Abyss.
Wait, Grapha of the Burning Abyss is what you're saying, or what are you saying?
Graph of the Burning Abyss.
Are you mean Grapha the Dark Lord, or are you talking about Burning Abyss?
No, the one that specials from the deck, I think, when it's sent to the graveyard. Here, let me check.
There's Grapha the Dark World, and that one you tribute out, you can special summon it out from the graveyard. And then you pop a card.
No, Graph the Malebranch of the Burning Abyss. When it's sent to the graveyard, you special summon a Burning Abyss monster from the deck. I think that one can come back because Burning Abyss aren't doing anything either.
There's a lot of decks out there that are really not doing anything at all.
Yeah.
Let's see, how do you spell it? Graph.
Graff.
Oh, that's why. The other one's spelled with a P.
Oh, are you talking about Grapha from the Dark World?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
No, that one's fine.
They don't even like that card either. They don't even like it at all. They want to limit down everything that I got.
Oh, poor you.
These are decks that are old. They don't do anything. They're just trying to have some fun. You're kicking down their sandcastle, man. All right. What do you want at 3? We'll go with a no longer on the list prediction.
Well, my extension to Max C, I guess you could say, goes to 3.
Ooh.
We could say that Daigusto Emerald can come to 3 because it's not doing anything. Oh, they should bring back Denlong of the Yangzing.
Oh yeah, Denlong, the Yangzing, the synchro. Yeah, no, that
yeah. Since they hit Trishilla, they put Trishilla to 1, I think that thing should come back. I mean, it would boost up dinosaurs, but if they hit something in dinosaurs like Fossil Dig or one of the babies, and they should definitely bring Denlong back.
I was thinking they were going to hit Fossil Dig at 1.
Yeah, Fossil Dig might get hit at 1, but can't really say for sure because it searches a whole bunch of plethora of cards, and it's not once per turn.
No, it's basically the brother of Rhoda. It does the exact same thing except for dinosaur type.
Yeah, the only reason why Rhoda's at 1 is because warrior decks are a lot more oppressive than dinosaurs.
6 Sams.
Yep, that's exactly why it got hit, is because of 6 Samurais.
Yeah, exactly, because they abuse it way too much.
Yeah.
All right.
Another one that could come back to 3 is possibly Widow Anchor.
Oh.
Because, like we said, Engage is banned. It's their main searcher. I mean, other than with Engage gone and Kagari at 3, Sky Striker could be a pretty decent deck to face against now since they don't have their generic searchers. So, in all honesty, I would be fine if Widow Anchor came back to 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, as long as you just drop down the Engage, just basically shut off the engine, but at least have cards that could still circulate around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now the deck is dead. It's not even doing anything, even with the new stuff coming in.
Yeah. Another one, and John's gonna like this one. Another one that I think should come back is Scrollback Joker.
You're favoring the pendulum.
Hey, I mean, I hate generic pendulum as much as the next guy, but I mean, hold on, let me see if I can see exactly what it does. Scrollback Joker. Cannot pendulum summon monsters except for form pal monsters, magician, pendulum monsters, and odd eyes monsters. This one cannot be negated. This card is normal summoned. You can add 1 perform pal monster, magician, pendulum monster, or odd eyes monster from your deck to your hand, except Scrollback Joker. So yes, I think it should come back because it has to be normal summoned to get its effect off. And it does not work with the Endymion engine, because if you use it to synchro summon with it, or synchro summon, if you use it to pendulum summon with it, you can't get the Endymion or Mystical Beast Jackal Kings out with them, because the thing that you have to summon with it is either an Odd Eyes monster, a Magician Pendulum, or a Form of Hell monster.
Hear that, Manny? We were wrong. We were wrong. Okay? I'm willing to admit it if you are. Oh, you missed one. Your last card. Light
Which
stage.
one? What?
Light stage. I'm sorry. But I want it back too. I run the deck myself.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, I want Light Stage back at 3. Please, 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 Konami, I want it back. Orcus are gone with Mermaid Band. Please bring it back.
You know what Scott's response to that is, though, unfortunately?
What?
You can have Light Stitch back, but get rid of, what was it, Revelation.
Which one?
Trap.
Reincarnation?
Reincarnation, that's right, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Put it at 1.
I'm fine with that.
Just as long as you have your light stages.
Yeah, I'll have 3 light stages and 1 reincarnation any day, except for the reverse. Because with a light stage, it's their main card that they need. It provides all the best parts of the strategy: the extra damage, the back row removal, and the monster searcher. And it's not once per turn. It's the best thing for the deck. Reincarnation, yes, it's degenerate, and I'd rather have it go to 1 if I can have a light stage at 3. I would gladly do that trade-off, because the other way around, it doesn't work because it's not as consistent. End of rant.
Black Wings, you take out the Black Whirlwind, you put it at 1, you just killed the deck completely.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Any others? See figures? Come back at 3?
Let me do a quick search.
Sure.
Tour Guide can come to 3.
Which one?
Tour Guide.
Tour Guide is at 2. Yes, it actually, yeah, it could come back at 3. I would like to see it come back at 3.
Yeah. We could get Red Reboot back at 3.
Yes. That was stupid. When I saw them hitting up all on towards those side deck cards, dangerous, one thing. But all the side decks basically hitting every side deck card that's essential and necessary for that matter. Like they could have even put it at 2. But no,
Yeah.
1. Everything 1. Why?
Yeah, if it's at 2, that'd be fine. But at 1, you either main it or you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, especially with Eldritch around. I mean, can you imagine if that card is at 3 with how good it would be against Eldritch?
Oh my god.
I mean, if they put Red Reboot at 3, we probably don't even have to worry about SYNCHRON.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to commit to that turn or you're done.
Totally.
And I think that might be it. At least for what I've got.
Same here goes for my part. I mean, all I want is PANTHEISM back at 2. I mean, it doesn't even have to be at 3. I mean, just to keep people happy and not be all upset and everything like that. But I mean, at least a 2 should be suffice. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really gonna hurt much. The OTG has it at 3. 3, which is more than enough to what we could say here because they're probably laughing at us. You know, I mean, if it's not doing anything there, who's to say it's not really going to do much there? But then again, you have the differences between the 2 different ban lists.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe that'll have to see. The next ban list hit will be
June 1st.
June, right?
Yeah, June. No sooner than June 1st. So either June 1st or after.
We're looking at least. Well, you know, we might actually get a surprise from like last year. It was actually a few days before, at least, and it's you know, so we might end up maybe getting it at the end of the month, so we'll probably get it at the end of this month, or we'll probably get it a few days after June 1st. We never know. But
who knows at this point? I mean, hey, they may even not drop the ban list. They may extend it because of the lack of live events.
Exactly. Unfortunately, these circumstances that we have.
Yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see. But at this point, they haven't given out any such news. So it's most likely going to happen unless they decide to throw a curveball at us, which I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. But for all you Yu-Gi-Oh players out there, if you guys want to keep up to date on that kind of information, you just go on towards Yu-Gi-Oh!Card.com, click on towards the link, and then you can get into the ban list section for the forbidden list, check up all the updated information, You guys can get the updated information once the ban list comes out when it does. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that part there. I guess we'll go ahead and close it out here. You want to go ahead and check out the team for betting, you guys, go ahead and put it in the description below. You guys can check them out. They post up daily, or at least up to the best of their ability. And they're also out on towards Instagram and towards Discord. They're also out on towards Facebook, and they have a Twitter, and they have that much. They basically have the equivalent of what we have, except minus the Twitch. But nonetheless, you guys can check them all out there, and then you guys can feel free to check us out for all more updated information. Thank you all for tuning in on towards this podcast. Anything else you would like to go ahead and add, sir?
Subscribe to the GamerRealm. He's a really great guy, and also subscribe to our channel, Team Forbidden. Hope you guys have a nice day, and hope you guys stay safe.
All right, stay safe, you guys. We'll see you guys in the next time.
Bye.